Hi everyone, welcome back to part 64 of my TemTem playthrough. Last episode we explored Pansun, which is where we had the Umbra project. We rescued every single scientist over there, but we have no idea where Kemal is. Now before I talk about Kemal's location, here is the new title screen. I think this one looks super cool. Actually like this one more than every other location that we had till now. There's also a new, I would say, transition screen, which I'm going to quickly go ahead and display right here. Apparently, you do have the feature of actually changing it, and I didn't realize that until I tried this. So here is the transition screen, which I think looks super nice. Alright, by the way, the TemTem that you're seeing over there is actually a legendary TemTem, which will pretty soon be able to kind of catch. But here we are, back to where we were. At the end of last episode, we did talk to a priestess who said that Kemal was kind of kidnapped by something with Umbra Aura. I'm guessing this is the legendary TemTem that they are praying to. In this case, we do have to unlock the lair, in which case, if you remember, back in the secret key lake, we had to go through several different devices to actually unlock the lair over there. The same thing is to be done here. In order to start it, we have to go to the location where we last ended, which was right next to Umbra Project 1 airship. Before this, we couldn't go through this part of the Pansun, but now that we are able to, we are gonna go ahead and try to unlock the lair. We also have a couple of different priests or priestesses who are actually trying to guard each of these devices. Apparently it is a trial that we are trying to go through to unlock the lair. That is what I'll be trying to complete today. I'm also hoping to try out the lair itself. I'm pretty sure once we unlock it, we will get a chance to enter the lair in order to rescue Kemal. Either way, here we have our first tamer, the first priest. Now, all of these tamers are actually pretty high in level. I would say the scientists that we did actually battle were around level 70 to 80, but these priests and priestesses are actually around 90 to 100. So they are pretty tough, and these battles are quite challenging. I think this is the point where you'll be able to go ahead and level up your team members to level 100 if that is something you want. Or you can definitely go ahead and add a new team member to evolve them. I think that is also a chance right here. But you do have to have, I would say, around all different type of typings in your team, considering that you need these different typings to unlock each of these devices. Let's see if that is possible. I do have one TemTem back in the box. One of my team member, I'm not sure which one, but at some point I definitely have to go back to get that team member as well. Either way, these battles are actually pretty tough. Although Crystal here is actually able to hold its own, I'm still a bit worried that it might get knocked out, so I do have to be a bit careful. Either way, that is the first priest defeated. I'm pretty sure we have around 10 to 12 of them left, so it's gonna be a whole episode of just this. Here's the first device and we have activated it, which is really good. Unfortunately, I have not yet bought any items. I was supposed to actually go back to get more items, which I completely forgot. Either way, we have a pretty small area, so I'm just gonna try and go through everything. Ooh, alright. I guess I should bring my Oshukai back in. For now, we are just going to leave it at that. We have another dead end at this point. I'll quickly go ahead and explore this dead end as well. Not all pathways have tamers in this case. As you can see here, we have a double battle, but I'm pretty sure after this we'll be able to access two different devices. I'm actually not sure what those devices are called. Let me know in the comment section if you know what they're called, but I'm just going to call them devices, or maybe activation devices, as they do activate once you get the right type of TemTem. Alright, let's see if we can actually defeat these two as fast as possible. We're definitely getting hit pretty hard, and it's understandable considering that we are around the same level as the opponents. Unfortunately, I think my TemTems are gonna go down the next turn. I'm just not fast enough. I think this is an issue with Antan. It is a bit slower. Really wish I had actually invested more on the speed for Antan, but it got knocked out right there. Unfortunately, it was quite close to level 96, but that's alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and heal up my team after this. Maybe I'll be able to just level up my team members once they are revived. That is quite unlucky. Both of my opponents are still surviving with a bit of HP. Hopefully this turn I am faster, which it seems I am. Alright. As for Wolfie, yep, it's gonna go down as well. There we go. That's pretty good. I guess I could say that I am more interested in speedy TemTems. I think having a high speed stat is much helpful, and it's quite critical if you are actually surviving with a bit of an HP. In this case, it seems that for the second turn I am a bit slower. Maybe it's on the move that I'm actually choosing. Some of these moves do get priority, and that's the reason why they are faster. Unfortunately, my move here for Arknight wasn't fast enough, and it did go down. Alright, I think I am down to my last TemTem, which probably is Nigais. Yep, and it's not full health either. This is gonna be a bit trickier. I'm hoping Nigais is faster than Inky and will be able to at least take it down, which it did not. That is pretty bad. Nigais goes down as well, but we are able to take it down. Alright, that was definitely a tougher battle. I think I definitely need to heal up my team. Hopefully I do have the Mizian field still full. If not, I might have to go back. Alright, it was, which is good. Going down this pathway, we have one more device, and we're able to activate this one. Going above, we have another one. This one needs Arknight as it is normal type. There we go. Alright, we have the small place here. Even though this part is pretty small to explore, I think it does take quite some time, considering that some of these battles are pretty tough, and these priests actually tend to have more TemTems in their team. Here's another one with 5 TemTems. I definitely have to switch out. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to take down Taifu, but I do have to focus on Mashuk, which I think I'll be able to do with Saku. Either way, I think I need to give better moveset to my team. This is something that I completely missed, especially when I was going against Rex, who, if you might know, is the Lord of Belsoto clan. Having the right moveset is much important than actually having your TemTems in a higher level. I would recommend having a really good moveset that does activate within the first turn and then the second turn. That way you'll be able to attack each turn rather than waiting for one in between. I'm also pretty interested in knowing how fast you were able to actually defeat Rex. In my case, it took me, I believe, one time. I did try to defeat him the first turn, but I wasn't able to, and I had to go through it the second time. You would also need a strategy. I would recommend having movesets that actually trap the TemTem. Rex actually tends to switch out his TemTems a lot, so I would recommend having something that would trap his TemTems and make it much easier for you to defeat them. In this case, you can definitely go ahead and try your strategy out on Aina. You might know that there is a quest to actually find Aina, and she does have a battle of her own, which is definitely pretty tough. She tends to switch out her team members as well, so I would recommend trying out your strategy against her. If it works out, then definitely go ahead with the final battle. In any case, it seems that we are doing pretty well against this tamer, although I definitely have to go back and heal up my team members. Each turn, it seems that the guys always seems to go down, and I'm really not able to level it up. Alright, up next, I'm just gonna go into Saku. We have... Right, this might not be the right TemTem, but I definitely want to level up Saku. It is the lowest level TemTem I have right now. Level 94 is not really gonna help. Definitely need to level it up 2 more levels. In any case, should be able to take this one down with Grunder. Tesla Prism is a pretty good move. It's not that powerful, but it does go first in priority and can sometimes be quite helpful if you're going against a TemTem, say like Nagais. I think that one will be pretty helpful. Let me quickly, I guess, heal up. There we go, I have healed up and actually brought Oshikai back in. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep Crystal aside for now and see how it goes on a later stage. Going down to the lower path, we have a dead end, but I believe there is another device here. Although we might have to use our rock climbing device. We also have to defeat this priest here. Alright, this one has a Cyclops and Granite. Nagais is definitely not the one to be up in front, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to take down Cyclops. Grunder should definitely help. Although I might have to wait a bit more, probably a couple of turns. Tesla Prism is really not going to do much. I'm just going to focus on taking down Cyclops first and then going with Brilliant. Also, it does have the special defense wall up now, which is a bit tougher. As you can see, it actually survives both the turns right there. That's still alright. I also went back in between, back to Aubrey to actually bring in more items. So I do have enough items now to last this whole episode. So I don't really have to worry about the items anymore. I think this is an issue with this game where sometimes you don't have places where you'll be able to buy items. Now we do have Temporium here, but there is no seller. I really wish they had given us a NPC here who would actually sell items. That way we wouldn't have to waste our time going back to Aubrey. But right now we don't really have that, so you do have to travel back. Either way, we are able to defeat this priest. There we go. I wonder if they have ranks in their cult. I mean, I'm pretty sure that is what we would have to call this. Here's the next device. There we go. I think I might have to go ahead and cross over to move forward. We do have this area as well. I think the main question that comes in when we are defeating these priests are how did they come here in the first place? And how are they really surviving here? Were they a part of the Umbra project? I don't think so. But if that's not the case, how did they get here? Did they just sneak in? And were they the people who actually destroyed the airship? Suspicious, and something I really wish they had given an explanation to. These priests have absolutely no explanation, and they just mentioned that these people are here worshipping the legendary TemTem. I'm also not sure what the TemTem is actually called. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get a chance to defeat it in the lair, but I am really not sure what it's called, and I'm a bit concerned about that. I might have to do some research just to make sure I have the right team to defeat it. But let's see how that goes. Right now, we are having a bit of a trouble. I think it's mostly due to me using the wrong TemTems. Yes, I definitely have to switch out Saku. It's really not helping. At least Gallus will go down in the next turn. That's good. As for Sanbi, I'm just gonna wait for the next turn and see if I can switch out or just use Antaan's help to take it down. Alright, we get hit pretty hard. Although Saku does survive. Let me try using Mineral Hail. I think that is a pretty strong move to at least try and take this TemTem down. There we go. That is done. Alright. Definitely have to be a bit careful while using Saku. The only reason I'm using it up front is to just level it up, and I think I shouldn't be forcing it too much. But now that this device is activated, it's time for me to go forward. I did decide to heal up my team. At some point I will have to travel back, but for now, let's quickly activate this device as well. Pretty good. We have another one down here and another priest, or in this case it's actually a believer. This one actually has better dialogues, but they all seem to just focus on the god that they're trying to believe in. Alright, here we have a tamer with only 3 TemTems. Hopefully we'll be able to defeat him pretty soon, although I might have to switch out. There we go. Grunder is better for Viplum and Regais is better against Owl, so hopefully this one will be a much easier battle. At this point I'm just hoping that Regais will be at level 96 by the end of this episode, which I think has a chance of happening considering that it is quite close to it. There we go, we have defeated Owl. As for Viplump, I think I'll be able to take it down right here. Grunder seems to be a bit slower than it, but Tesla Prism did pretty good. In the next turn, I think I'll be able to take it down. I'm sorry about the background noise of water if you're hearing it. That's because it's raining here and unfortunately I'm not able to remove this noise. But we are doing pretty well in this battle and I'll be able to take it down right here. I think if I'm gonna play this game again, I'm gonna invest more on the speed stats for all of my TemTems. It seems that most of mine are actually a bit slower, or maybe it's just the priority moveset. I'm not sure which one it is. Either way, I'm just gonna focus on the speeding stats. There we go. We have interacted with this device. I wonder how many others are left. We're almost at the end. Here are other 2 acolytes. I think as far as unlocking the lair goes, we are almost there. Probably around 3 more tamers left after this battle. Here we have an unusual pair of Koish and Chromion. Alright, let's see if we can defeat them. I think both of these TemTems are pretty unique on their own. Koish is a TemTem that you'll be able to find in different types in different areas. For Chromion, I believe it depends on the move that it gets hit with. In this case, it's actually part electric, so I do have to take it down. We're doing pretty well and we're able to take down Koish. And here we're able to take down Chromion as well. Let's see which ones are up next. Ooh, same TemTems but different typings. This time one is electric and the other one is nature. I guess the last one was not electric. I think that one was probably fire type. For this one, I decided to switch into Oshukai. If you might remember, I have not used it after using it in the Chieftain's Burrow, where it did grow quite a few levels. I think it's one of the highest level TemTems I have right now, other than maybe my Arcanite. Either way, Saku is definitely gaining a lot of levels, which is really good. I needed to kind of be in the same level as my other team members. We're able to take down Chromium as well, so that's pretty good. I think I might have to heal up my TemTems, but let's see how many battles are left. Moving forward, we have another item. That's pretty nice. The device, which I'm just gonna activate. And let me use, never mind. Let me try using some healing item. We do have a couple of Balm Plus. Moving forward, it seems that we have a small area left. One tamer here. A priestess who is talking about Gallios, which I think is the name of the legendary TemTem, or at least that is what they address it as, which is interesting. They say that Gallios was the one who actually stole Kemal. Understandable. I'm pretty sure Kemal was terrified at that point, considering that if a dark legendary Pokemon just comes out of nowhere and just snatches you away. Although it is our turn to actually rescue him. In this case, we have a Saipat and Kipire. Interesting choice for TemTems. Thankfully, I do have Nagais, which did pretty well this time. I'm just gonna focus on taking down Saipat. Unfortunately, it survives, so I do have to take it down the next turn. Let me quickly heal up Saku as well. Thankfully, Kipire didn't really attack this turn, which gave me a chance to take it down. As for Saipat, I'm just gonna have to wait. Alright, that was pretty tough. For the next turn, Nagais has to just wait. And for Saku, I'm able to... never mind, not take it down. Saipat seems to be pretty fast. That was frustrating. Right, let's decide to switch into Arknight. Next turn, I'm able to take it down. There we go. Now that we have defeated this priestess, we're finally able to go ahead and activate the device that is right next to her. This one needs Oshukai again. There we go. Let me use my revive. I guess I've run out of revives. The only things I have is power revive, so I'm just gonna use it. Here are two more Pansolar Faithful. Right. I guess I should start calling them Pansolar people or Pansolar cult. This is Pansun after all. But these two have an interesting choice on TemTems, a Banshee and OB10. I wonder how we'll be able to evolve OB. I believe that OB1 is the TemTem I have already caught, but I have to evolve it into OB10. It's a digital TemTem, so I do have to be a bit careful. Decided to switch into Grunter, as OB10 can actually use electric type moves. We did get hit by a digital type move right there, but that's alright. I might have to heal up Grunter, but I'm able to take down Banshee. OB10 doesn't really go down, but I think it will in the next turn. We have Oshukan, which is a bit difficult to focus on. I hope it doesn't take down my Grunter right here. Thank God it did not. That is good. Alright, I will switch out Grunter here. Let me go into Nagais and just wait out turn for Saku. I think we are doing pretty well. Probably these two are the last tamers that I'll have to take down here, but I might just be wrong. There we go, we have defeated them as well. Now that we have cleared the pathway, I'll be able to move forward here. There we go. We don't really have any other tamers, so yes, they both were the last one. But we are able to activate both of these devices right here. something seems to have happened. If you look at the map, we do have to go back to the lair. So let me make my way back. Easier way is to just teleport, so I'm just going to quickly do that. Thankfully, we didn't have to pay for this one. Let me heal up my team and make my way to the south. This is where we have activated it, and it looks really mysterious. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone else, so I have to go in alone. A lair is definitely quite mystical. We can't use our own TemTems or items, so I do have to use the TemTems I get in random inside the lair. We have different objects that we can interact to, different tamers that we can defeat, and I believe after each of these battles we do get a chance to select our reward. I'm pretty excited. Let's quickly go ahead and try this one out. Alright, I guess we have to interact with this. We get a whip lump and a yowler. Of course, we do have to select its moves, which I did right here. So here are my 2 TemTems that I just got. For the second one, I decided to go ahead and choose the reward. In this case, we do get items, and I am able to choose one of the reward. I believe I've chosen the umbrella as the reward, which I think I'm gonna go ahead and equip it to Yowler. That one is gonna probably help. Alright, next turn we have to battle the Tamer. That's alright. We also have to have specific items in the side, around 3 diamonds I believe, in order to unlock the final battle, which is the boss battle. So I do have to keep that in mind. For this battle, we are going against a Tukai, which I think I'll be able to take down with a couple of turns on Yowler. Alright, all the moves from Whiplump is really not going to do much, but at least I'll be able to use Yowler in this case. Hopefully the TemTems that I do get here in random are actually helpful for the final battle. There we go, that is the first tamer defeated. We get a choice, and I'm just gonna go with the mythical jewel in this case. That is 1 out of 3. For the next one, we can either heal up our team or get a random reward. In this case, I'm just gonna go with the reward, as I really don't have to heal up my team now. We do get a mythical jewel, due to which I can actually skip out the next turn. In this case, we have to give our umbrella away, and we get a full revive and Scaravolt, which I think is helpful, so I'm just gonna go with this. After all, the more TemTems you have in your team, the more choice you have, and having max revives or full revives is definitely helpful. There we go. For the next turn, we have another choice, which I'm gonna go for. This one is a shop based on the, I believe, the crystal or the flowers. You'll be able to trade them out for different items. Let me go ahead and choose a couple of them. Next turn, I am forced to battle. In this case, we are going up against a Nagais and a Mashuk. Mashuk will definitely go down, but for Nagais, I do have to switch into Scaravolt. It's gonna be a bit trickier. Scaravolt is also at level 100, which is really nice. For now, I'm just going to focus on taking down Mashuk. It also seems that we do get different rewards. In this case, it seems to bring in a burn effect on my opponents for the first 2 turns, which is quite helpful. Alright, there we go. Let's see how this goes. Unfortunately, Yowler is weak to Nagai's moves, so I do have to be careful. Whiplump survives with literally 7 HP. It might go down in the next turn here after this tornado, but at least we are able to take down Mashuk. Do have to switch into Skyvolt next. Alright, I'm quite happy that I chose Skyvolt there. As for now guys, I'll be able to take it down with Skyvolt. Ooh, alright. That was a huge chunk of damage, but we were able to take the guys down. I definitely have to heal up my team after this. Hopefully I do get a choice to do so. By the way, every single step in this layer is actually random. Just because I got this now doesn't mean that I'll be able to get the same I would say choices the next time I go through a layer. So it's pretty tricky, and you do have to be a bit luckier to go through it completely and win the egg. I'm pretty sure it's possible. You just have to make sure that you choose the right TemTems and the right items. In this case, I chose Village, which is a TemTem that I think is a bit more helpful. It is at level 88, which is not ideal, but still better than what I expected. I'm just choosing the moves, and now that it's done, the next turn I'm able to heal up. There we go. We have another battle coming up. Unfortunately, I won't be able to skip it out. It also seems that I'm halfway there. Let me quickly go ahead and defeat the streamer. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go through this layer in this episode, so I might just go ahead and end out this episode pretty soon, maybe after this battle or the next one. But definitely it's been pretty tricky till now. I did get lucky with a couple of these TemTems, but I do have to be a bit more careful on how I use them. Here we have Nezla, which I definitely have to take down as soon as possible. Thankfully, they both are born the first turn. We do get hit by a pretty bad move here, but thankfully both of my TemTems are not that affected by it. We're doing pretty well against them. Actually, I wish I had a nature type TemTem. Probably that would have helped against Nezla. But Yowler is pretty good. I'm actually glad that I got it. It is a neutral type TemTem and doesn't really have that many weakness. I believe it only has one, which is for mental type. So I'm pretty happy with this. As for the last TemTem, we have a Cyclops, which I'll be able to quickly take down with Scaravolt. After this battle, I think I'll not choose the Jewel, or maybe try to choose a TemTem. Hopefully I get a better one and not a repeated typing. There we go. We are able to take it down. That was pretty good. Now unfortunately, Yowler has the doomed status, so I definitely have to heal it up or else it will faint, which is a bit tougher. In this case, I decided to go with the Jewel. I'm not going to use Yowler for the next battle, just to avoid the doom status. I might have to either way heal up my team after this battle. This one has 3 TemTems once more. Now for each of these tamers, you might see a dot on top of their head. If it's 1, it means that they are a bit easier to defeat. If it's 2, it's a bit challenging. If it's 3, it's even more stronger. I believe the dots go up to 4. Now this tamer had 3 dots, so I'm expecting this battle to be a bit more tougher. This tamer also has a Reignite and Grumpert, which is a bit trickier to defeat, considering that I have just a Wiplumt in the back. Thankfully, Scaravolt really doesn't get hit that hard. I think my focus would be on Reignite right now, just to try and take it down. We're doing pretty good progress on it. Let's see how this goes. Alright, Reignite does go down. As for Grumper, I'm able to use, alright, Earthbreaker, which was not that tough. A Magmat. I might have to be a bit more careful. Scarwold will go down pretty soon, and Valish is weak to Magmat. Sadly, the move that Valish used was really not that enough to take down Grumper. And Scarwold goes down. Right. I might have to bring in Viplum. Let me focus on Grumper first. We're able to take it down. Magmat is gonna hit Valish, which took it down as well. We are down to 1 TemTem each. Hopefully the Tsunami will take down the Magmat in one hit. Never mind. I do have to wait a bit more. But I think Viplum will be able to take it down. It does have some really good water type moves. There we go. That was pretty good. I definitely have to heal up now. Let me see if that option is available. I'm just gonna use random TemTem and we get the Reignite. Alright. That's pretty helpful. Let me give it a moveset. I think Reignite is a pretty cool TemTem to use. And it's gonna probably help me in the end as well. For the next turn, I'm just gonna heal up my team. After this, I'm just gonna go with the shop. We do have a lot more items now. And a lot more flowers to exchange. I'm not sure if I should be calling it flower or crystal. I'm just gonna name it as flowers. We have items that can be held in as well. I do have to be a bit careful. Choose wisely here. Definitely it's gonna affect your upcoming battles. After this, we only in my case I'm gonna buy a lot of that is the stage for that is in this case more helpful. But we do have a tough battle coming up after that. Once I do buy these items and heal up my team, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end out the episode. In the next one, we are gonna complete the lair. I believe we are quite close to the end. Around 4 stages left. So it's gonna be a challenge, but it's gonna be super fun. Either way, hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it really helps me a lot. If you'd like to support me more in other ways, check out the links down in my description for Patreon and Ko-fi. But I'll see you all in the next one.